Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Camp Financial Stock Market Update for November 18th, 2016. So, the market actually did what I didn't expect yesterday. It continues to rise. I know, I'm trying to pull up my spreadsheet right here. Okay, there we go. So, just to give kind of an idea. I know I've talked about Blue Cap Reinsurance Holdings before. I know I've mentioned Bank of America. Let's go ahead and talk about Bank of America and a few of the other ones. Really basically just on the fact that they actually, I got 3 alerts yesterday. It's something that I do on all of my trades, I guess. Any stocks that aren't necessarily going to be a long-term investment, but where I'm trading, trying to get a certain, an amount, and then I'm going to move on. Pretty much so all 3 of my systems that I use, I put in either a high or a low, and on 2 of them I use both. But what's the highest the stock's been since I bought it? I set that as a high target, and then whatever my stop loss might be, I set that as my low target. And essentially, so yesterday, Bank of America, American Airlines, and Unum Group all hit new highs. And so I go in, update my spreadsheet, and update my thing on my brokerage account, so that when I move it up to a penny above whatever the high was for that day. So like I said, those 3 all hit highs yesterday, so we've adjusted. It's pretty interesting because so for example, let me go ahead and I'll talk about AdTran today real quick. Essentially, that stock was almost stopped out. I was pretty much out of it. It was down to where it was 2 to 3% above my stop price. And then the Trump election, since Trump's been elected, I'm now 16.5% above where I was gonna get out, and that gives me a total trade right now where I'm up about 13%. So yeah, my spreadsheet tracks all of the current, where it's currently at, my worst possible trade if it would go down and hit my stop loss, as well as tracks current price, high price, and percent above, dividends, etc. It's a pretty in-depth spreadsheet. Something I like to do, and it helps me to I can look real quick and see, okay, whatever stock it may be, SeaWorld, Unum, Marriott Vacations Worldwide, any of the ones that I own, I can look and say, oh, that's where it's at, and this is what I bought it at, and this is what it's doing right now. So let's look at the market as a whole. Yesterday, basic materials looks to be pretty red. Cisco definitely took the biggest hit in technology, with the fact that they're going to be laying off workers and cutting their expenses. That means that growth has slowed significantly there. At least they're concerned about growth. The biotechs, Regeneron was down, and the healthcare and the generic drug manufacturer, you got Mallinckrodt down 7.25%, and then our independent oil and gas companies pretty much across the board down. I see one up yesterday, and that was Murphy Oil. EOG down 3%. Let's see, Noble Energy down 3.5%, and Southwestern Energy down 4.07%. So that kind of gives you an idea. Walmart also down 3% yesterday in the retail sector. So that gives you an idea of what was down yesterday. Again, I've already mentioned Bank of America had hit a new high at one time yesterday. Pretty much all the money center banks are up. Property and casualty insurers, for the most part, are up. Tech was up. Home Depot did very well yesterday on their results. The entire airline sector is up again 3%. Delta was up 2.5%. American up 3.1%. United up 3.6%. A lot of faith right now in the airline sector. Good reports or good numbers in the auto parts store, AutoZone, O'Reilly, Advanced Auto Parts all up yesterday. Again, some more green over in the healthcare area with Universal Health Services, the hospitals, and some of the other drug-related products. Perigo up, and DaVita Dialysis up. So pretty widespread sectors yesterday, I guess, where there's green, and then there's kind of red spattered in and out as well. So it's kind of back to a more normal market where you're going to see where you typically would see, and I think that you'll see it in this current environment, is companies with good earnings, and I guess more so than earnings, it's good reports. It's coming out saying, yeah, we expect blah 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 in the next quarter, something that's positive, and the stocks are trading off of that positive news from the CEO, not necessarily what is being portrayed in the balance sheets and the income statements and the statement of cash flows, that sort of thing. It's really, right now, stocks hinge quite heavily on what's said in the conference calls, and having that positive, upbeat tone. So, alright, that's it for today, guys. Take care. If you have any questions, send me an email, chrism@campfinancial.net, and we will be back on Monday. Take care.